Hello and welcome to Some Dude Shed. It's Newsday.
A bone?
And into the news this week.
Woman captures terrifying footage of neighbor after he carves X on her door.
Self-proclaimed son of the DeLorean inventor says he's selling Back to the Future car to the Taliban.
Microsoft reveals Janet Jackson had the ability to crash laptops, even if her song wasn't playing.
And that's the news.
And that's the news. All right, so where do you want to start?
Go for it.
Woman captures terrifying footage of neighbor after he carves X on her door. A woman has captured terrifying footage of her neighbor shuffling around outside her front door wearing a Michael Myers Halloween mask.
That would be kind of scary if
That
Michael Myers just walked up to your house and carved an X on the door.
Would be kind of freaky. Like,
Really intimidating, actually.
I think you'd be really giddy about it, would you not? Seeing as you're a huge fan.
I'm a huge fan. That's probably why I bothered doing this segment. But
Open the door, shake his hand, shake his knife.
being in the situation, I can't imagine it being very funny. Explaining she was forced to install a camera after her neighbor carved an X into her front door. Redditor Shelby M806 shared chilling details about her neighbor's antics. Social media user revealed that her neighbor has been harassing her for months and bangs on her door at all hours, giving her no choice but to get the police involved. Sharing door cam footage online, Shelby M806 captioned her post, "Nightmare neighbor has been harassing me for months." The masked man can be seen dancing around outside her door and giving the camera the finger before sauntering back into his apartment. Responding to people's concerns in the comment section, Shelby M wrote, "Thank you, police are aware of the situation and have the footage of the 14 times he's decided to act up. Only got the camera 2 months ago." Another person commented, "This guy literally lives next door and is very obvious about it. I'd think he's a creeper if it was a random person from another floor, but your literal next door neighbor." Shelby M replied, "We used to speak, then he started coming to my door at all hours of the day and night."
But if it's happened 14 times, have the police not done anything?
Well, we'll find out. "We used to speak, then he started coming to my door at all hours of day and night and became inappropriate. The behaviour lasted 9 months before I finally called the police on him 2 months ago. He carved an X into my front door." What the fuck does it?
Really weird.
So I bought a camera. She added that the camera has a speech feature, always wanted to say something and make him shit himself. But I've always been asleep when he pulls this crap. Elsewhere in the comment section, Shelby M confirmed her creepy neighbour hasn't been physical towards her, writing, "He's never done anything violent to me, just some name calling, rude gestures and attempted to scare me after months of coming to my door at all hours, day and night."
He probably just saw that she bought a camera and he's like, let's have some fun.
Well, no, it started this before she bought the camera.
Well, camera for him.
So she claims.
Social media user continued, "He's been inappropriate in the past, but with the camera I can now see who is at my door before I answer. So the chances of him having access to me is significantly reduced." Shelby M also provided an update on the police case, sharing that she'll soon be seeing her neighbour in court. "He pleaded not guilty, so off to trial we go," she said. "Well, we certainly won't be sleeping for the foreseeable future."
Pleading not guilty, so they're going off the trial. You're pleading not guilty at the trial.
Hmm.
No,
Something's really fishy about this whole story.
This is a very odd story. This could be it's either a real creep or...
And she says she's reported to the police 14 times, but it's been 14 times. They certainly would have given a good slap on the wrist.
I don't know where this is either. In America, no, they have an initial court date, and then you can plead guilty or not guilty. And if you plead guilty, then you just go straight on to sentencing.
All right.
If you plead not guilty, it'll go on to a trial and you make your argument. But if you're found guilty, you'll just end up with more time for wasting the court's time.
Huh. That doesn't seem fair.
So if you've got no evidence, if there is incontrovertible evidence, probably better off to just admit that you did it. I suppose that's the idea.
Yeah.
But he's probably thinking in his head, "Oh, she probably has a good sense of humor about it." You know what I mean? But she probably, and that's probably what has actually happened. He's thinking to himself, "Oh, we'll have a bit of fun with this." She's up for a laugh. She's nice to my face and everything. But behind closed doors, she's like, "That bastard." Ooh. Shall we go to the next one?
Yep, moving on. I think we can all agree what that guy is doing is wrong and it's weird and he should just stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, moving on.
Self-proclaimed son of the DeLorean inventor says he's selling Back to the Future car to the Taliban.
Self-proclaimed?
Yeah, like the spiritual descendant of the DeLorean creator. He's
spiritual,
himself, I imagine.
Spiritual descent, okay.
Yeah, not literally
He's not like a bastard child or something.
No. All that. No, I don't think so. He vowed to push ahead with orders from the Taliban for his rebooted version of the classic car, despite losing a high court battle. Ty DeLorean, he calls himself, who changed his name via deed poll from Benjamin Granger, claims to be the son of the legendary car engineer John DeLorean, who died at 80 in 2005. Ty, who is 40, has been trying to reignite the DeLorean Motor Company cars by making them with Reliant Robins to create hybrids. He believes the interest in the car known for featuring the Back to the Future franchise remains strong throughout the world, including among the current rulers of Afghanistan. The High Court ordered him to stop flogging the new version, also ordering Ty to pay 20 grand in legal costs to the DMC for DMC in Texas, which brought the copyright infringement claim. So copyright infringement. Despite this, Ty pledged to ignore the ruling and continue with his plan, saying, "The ruling is an absolute joke, to be honest." The judge won't like that when he goes back. The judge said it was an admirable enterprise and loved the car and everything I was doing. Then why the fuck did he? Well, I suppose he had to because it was copyright infringement. He said the situation was bold and complex and I deserve respect and appreciation, and then fined me 20 grand. Talk about contradiction. I told him I haven't even sold any cars yet. I've been called a boffin and an inventor, and my prototype has been lauded all over the world. I want all people want my product. Do you want it?
Well, I've seen a picture of it. It's the it's a Reliant Robin that's been.
It's a Reliant Robin pickup. Like the back of it's cut out.
Well, I can see why the Taliban are interested in that.
I can't imagine why anybody would be interested in it. It looks.
Well, it's like a pickup truck, and the Taliban love those because you can stick a 50 cal machine gun in the back.
If it doesn't do a wheelie.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Have you ever seen those strange people who get loads of plastic surgery and stuff, so they look like a celebrity,
Or a Barbie
and
doll
then,
or something.
or a
yeah.
Barbie doll or something, and then
Like a
they end
demon
up,
or something?
and then they just end up looking like a freak, and they don't really look anything like the celebrity at all.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking here. It's a Reliant Robin. It's always going to be a Reliant Robin, and it doesn't look anything like a DeLorean.
Seen the Reliant Robin, the doors opened outwards, didn't they?
Reliant Robin, yeah, they were normal doors.
So you put on the wing doors on
I'd
them.
say they were normal doors. They were made of like thin plastic, but still.
He says there's no reason for me to stop. I'd say there's a pretty good reason for him to stop, because he was ordered literally by a judge. What is happening now is just making the movie about what I'm doing more exciting. My father was treated the same way. They're just digging a hole for themselves. It's just making the story better. He's from Cornwall. He showed off his DMC 21 cars at the British Motor Show, where he was handed papers by DMC for trademark infringement. He was told he can keep his cars as long as he removed their trademarks, but Ty said he wouldn't be making any changes. You should be allowed to still put your DeLorean logo on it. I think the problem is he's making them and selling them.
That's exactly it, yeah.
He continued, "They can keep attacking me, but I have no money to pay it and will petition for bankruptcy so they won't see a penny. Some people have. I am more ready to speak to the Taliban again now and pick up the orders. I will do business with anyone." A real businessman.
I'd kind of like to know what's going on in the Taliban's head. Do they think that's a desirable vehicle?
He loves a van. Well, it's got a flux capacitor inside.
Oh, it does? Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
it's got the flux capacitor.
Do you think they think it actually is back in town?
Yeah, that's what the Taliban want to do. They want to take Afghanistan way back into the Middle Ages.
They're probably thinking it explodes. They're probably bad because they think there's actually, plutonium you need? Or uranium or something?
It was something from the far end of the periodic table.
Ty said the project was his entire life, explaining how he has spent 180 grand on it. I think you get the idea. I like it. Hold on. He said he received an offer from Taliban claiming he was told in an email that the militant group wanted to mass produce his vehicle for its government officials. It was via email saying they had received previous news reports of the car on their desk and they were interested in mass producing it. I thought the car could be some sort of peace negotiation, like a vehicle for change. Just like the original DeLorean helped bring groups together.
That's the worst vehicle to be a government vehicle. How you can't have a president or a prime minister or a king going around in one of those.
I'm going to assume that groups together thing must be a reference to here.
Probably, unless they put a big glass box in the back and make it like a Pope mobile, like a Taliban type mobile. Maybe the car could be used to get the Taliban to drop their hardline stance.
Maybe they
Like
won't.
a new beginning in the Middle East peace negotiations. I'm going to butcher this name. Qudratullah Zaki, who apparently wrote to Ty, the Civil Aviation of Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, extends its compliments to you and your brilliant motor vehicle at the DeLorean Motor Company. Your amazing achievements were brought to my attention in your latest media interviews, which has gone around the world and landed on my desk in a local paper. The message said the group wanted to move forward with investment in the business, describing the cars as perfect for rural roads in Afghanistan. They probably are. Like, for the wee, they're probably nice wee runabouts. Tai claimed it was signed off by the head of the Taliban, saying he is now dealing with his deputy and the transport minister. Tai has long claimed to be the son long claimed to be the son of John DeLorean, who set up a manufacturing plant near Belfast in 1980 and went on to produce the DMC-12 car. After he went bust, DMC purchased intellectual property rights for the design of the cars. John was married 4 times, 2 daughters. Nobody cares. I have no intention of removing my father's stolen trademark from a car that should have been released. There you go. Godspeed.
So what's his claim to be the son of?
The guy who invented the DeLorean, or made the DeLorean.
Okay, well, what is he?
I don't know. There's no evidence here, apart from he changed his name by deed poll. So
changed his name by deed poll, and he claims to be. There seems to be the evidence.
Nah, so no evidence then.
Dear, dear. Right, moving on. Right, Janet Jackson, everybody's favorite.
Was she in the Jackson 5?
Don't think so.
I think so. Jackson 5 was all boys, wasn't it?
Believe so, yes.
Yeah.
No women allowed.
She is the second favourite Jackson, in fairness.
Yes. So an investigation into the mysterious system failures found that playing the music video didn't just crash the laptop, but it also caused nearby laptops to fail as well.
What?
The music video for Rhythm Nation
Is music that bad?
was a sensation for its choreography and its direction. So basically, this article goes on to talk about the music video and how wonderful it is. But the pop video had something else going for it too: the power to crash laptops, according to Microsoft, and not just those it was playing on. In a blog post this week, the company's principal software engineer, Raymond Chen, said a colleague had recently shared a story with him from the days of providing product support for Windows XP. A major computer manufacturer discovered that playing the music video for Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation would crash certain models of laptop. It was not just this manufacturer, not just one manufacturer either. The investigation found that playing the music video also caused some of their competitors' laptops to crash as well. But the weirdest discovery was yet to come. It didn't even have to be the laptop that the music video was playing on. Simply playing the music video on one laptop could cause another one nearby to crash. There's just saying in the middle of this article, there is a link to the YouTube video of Rhythm Nation. For all our safety, I'm not going to play it.
Yep. We should try that later.
Well, to be fair, I haven't got a Microsoft computer. I'm using a wonderful Chromebook here, so.
Mr. Red here is a glorious, lovely computer here.
The problem is, I think that looks kind of expensive.
Oh, does it actually destroy the computer?
Well, hold on. Well, let's find out.
Oh.
So
I'm going to assume since they know about the problem, it's already fixed.
Maybe. It's talking about it on XP, so it was quite a long time ago. It turns out that the song contained one of the natural resonant frequencies for the model of 5400 RPM laptop hard drives that they and other manufacturers used.
So the hard drive thinks that
resonant frequency. I don't know much about that, but have you ever seen the stories of wine glasses breaking?
It's like the guy goes into the wine glass and explodes.
That idea. Yeah, you need the exact right frequency and it'll pop. In fact, this article says the exact same thing. The issue was similar to an opera singer being able to break a wine glass because sounds are acoustic waves, wavelength and frequency of each material that can create the most vibration, known as the medium's resonant frequency. So, to use a modern term, it looks like the article is mansplaining to me. I know what resonant frequency is.
Is it kind of like whenever you're in a concert and the microphone picks up the feedback and it deafens everybody? It's like, you know what I mean? Is that kind of the same idea?
Not really. No, resonance frequency is more down to the material of the thing it's actually made of. So for the affected laptops, which were shipped in 2005, according to a vulnerability report, that frequency was in the Janet Jackson music video.
Wow. But how did it not crash their computers?
Well, they obviously had a different hard drive.
Oh, I suppose Windows XP, wasn't it?
Well, I would say Windows XP seems to be the operating system at the time, but it looks like it was a hard drive problem. So the guy describes the issue as a security vulnerability which could allow an attacker to force the system to crash using Rhythm Nation. Thankfully, laptops today won't suffer from the same issue. Microsoft says the manufacturer added a custom filter in the audio pipeline that detected and removed the offending frequencies.
So they fixed it.
So they fixed it, yeah. They've patched it. Instead of actually fixing the hard drive. So technically, I suppose, if you got Rhythm Nation playing on, I don't know, from an old tape recorder, then you could probably crash a laptop with it.
And then Janet Jackson sued them because that's not my original song. How dare you? I want all the frequencies, damn it. That's how I intended it to be played.
So there you go. Microsoft have revealed that Janet Jackson can break laptops.
She breaks men too, apparently. You want to see what she does on stage?
No.
She's been known to sort of get men on stage and sort of tie them up to like a X-rated kind of contraption and like gives them a dance and makes them jizz their pants
Interesting.
on stage.
I don't think
Does she do that now? I mean,
I don't know if she does that now, but she not that long ago she did it.
And by the looks of the Rhythm Nation music video, she was quite an attractive woman in 1989, but that was 33 years ago.
Yeah, no, this is quite recently actually.
that was a good story, Mr. Gray. Time to end, I think.
I'd say so.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. What the fuck was that? Bye. What the fuck was that? Thank you for listening.